hello there, YouTube. I went down there trying to take pictures. The lighting is just so bad. The ship did come by. I took some pictures, and I mean the contrast is so bad, so hazy that I'm sure that's not gonna look real good. Anyway, this is kind of an island of its own right here. You got the Columbia out there, and there's a slough that goes around. So this road basically just wraps around. I made sure I didn't have my lens cap on. This road loops around and takes you back out by the marina. There's a pretty drive through here. It's all just farmland. It's the stuff, I don't know if this is natural. I'm sure on the other side it's man-made, but this side I'm assuming is natural. But on the other side they've built up a dike. It'd be nice to live out here right on the river. Imagine it could be seriously cold in the wintertime though, being right on that water. Like, oh, what the hell. This road is it's been tarred and gravelled, and it's been done long enough that they've come back through and painted the stripes, but I'm hearing rocks. Oh, come on now. I'm hearing rocks kick up. That's most irritating. Them stupid little tarred rocks can get into some nasty places, including your belt if you're not careful. Man, I've seen more issues with them damn rocks. That cormorant down there got his wings all draped. God, he looked like a devil sitting there, didn't he? Looked like a gargoyle. He had his wings all stretched out for drying them off. There's a wood duck down there. Them wood ducks are just gorgeous. But whenever I come out here, I always leave and take this loop, just because it's pretty. Tide must be down. It's the water's low out here. There's a cormorant doing a takeoff. They take off like an old World War II bomb. Oh, look at that, all that, and he goes back in the water. You'll see them trying to dry their wings off. It takes them so long to get going. I mean, it's like a jet fighter. I think they have to get up to some pretty crazy speed before they can lift. So they'll fly along the water, skimming along with their feet for the longest time. I don't know if that's an eagle's nest or an osprey. Some pretty big sticks up there. I'm assuming that's probably an eagle's nest. People do that a lot around here though. They'll put those platforms on top of a pole somewhere for an eagle or an osprey. Hey, there's some bikers up ahead of me here. Bikers or scooters, I'm not sure which. The one in the back looks like it could be a scooter. That's an Elite 250. It's scary. I remember what those things look like. I only worked on about 2 million of them probably. But look at this house. This thing is deceivingly huge. It does. It looks like a resort. Love all those. I mean, the thing is just covered in windows. Yeah, sure is the world. God damn, I ain't seen them things in 100 years. God, it's funny how small. I remember thinking how big those Elite 250s were. Now the big scooters are truly big scooters. Bergman 400s, especially the 650. Honda and their Silver Wing 600. That's some big ass scooters. Them are are like riding a gold wing. Especially that Bergman. That Bergman is one big scooter. Now, if you guys never ridden one, and if you ever get the chance, ride one, you'll have a whole new outlook on scooters. Things, they go well. They go quite well, actually. And comfort, holy moly. You forget you're riding a scooter after a few awkward moments when you take off, because they have a weird, strange feeling to them. They almost kind of remind me of riding a chopper or something. They just have an odd feeling to them, but you get used to it real quick. And then God, they're very stable going down the road. People go, oh, them little tiny wheels. They're not that small, but it don't matter. They go down the road quite comfortably. And Bergmans, man, you ever get one of those things in use, they come in fighting over it. Because they sell quite well. Usually pull top dollar. And for some reason, I don't know if Suzuki's trying to create a supply and demand thing here or what, but they don't seem to be readily available. In the background there, which I doubt you can see, there's a gray hump. That's Mount St. Helens. There's all this stuff in the news about her acting up and carrying on, and she's yet to do anything. Come on, gal, if you're gonna do something, do it while we got nice weather out. Let's see the show. When she was acting up, it was rainy. These old boys are gonna argue about which direction to go. So anyway, I'm just burning up electricity and valuable memory. I'm gonna detour here just a little bit. Out this road here, my last couple years, everybody follows me. Last couple years of high school, I logged I'm just thinking here, that bus is gonna loop back around and catch me. There's a school bus back there. But anyway, logged this land for my logging teacher in high school. And Kelly and I drove up here, good Lord, probably 10 years ago. And I'm not sure if I found it or not. Let's see if I can find that piece of land that we logged. See if it's all grown back up again. Seems like it was to the left in a right-hand turn. To drive out here just a little bit. We'll see here. Let's see if I can figure it out. It's on the side of a hill. But I was I forget what you even call it now, trimming or whatever. I was walking along a down tree with a great big old chainsaw you're not normally supposed to use. But he was always getting on to us about not wearing chaps that'll stop a chainsaw cold if it hits you in the leg. Well, the other thing was wearing the cleats, which there was a name for those too that I don't recall what the hell it was. Corks, I think they called them. But anyway, I had the chaps on, but I just was wearing sneakers, and I was walking along this tree and knocking the limbs off with this big old chainsaw. I was walking along, bang, 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 and lost my footing, and the tree was in a dip on the side of the hill, and good Lord, I fell probably 10 or 15 feet. And when I slipped and fell, I held the I held the throttle. You know how you naturally like squeeze and try to grab for things. I was like grabbing the handle of that chainsaw like it was going to hold me up. Well, you know, I'm falling and I hear the chainsaw revving, and I'm just like, pay attention to that godforsaken saw. Well, I hit the deck and chainsaw comes across my, falls down and comes across my right leg. Sucked up those chaps and wham! Just stopped the saw instant. I forget what the hell that thing was called. It's still like a 061 or something, is it? I don't know, it's a good size saw. But even stopped that powerful son of a gun. I had a Honda XL 250 that I used a power roll stroker crank and a White Brothers big bore kit, and ended up being 100, I think it's like 149 or 349 cc's. Had a Makuni's smooth bore carb kit from White Brothers that was supposed to be for an XR 500. Everybody told me it would never work on that 250, even if it was punched out to a 350. Bolted the thing on. I didn't even have to adjust the idle, much less the fuel screw. First kick, ran like a top. Drove that thing for years that way. But anyway, I was bombing up here racing some guys in their cars, which, you know, you poke and stroke a bike, you don't need to be holding them wide open for any extended periods of time, especially when it's an old air-cooled motor. There I was, had her pinned to the wood, bombing along there, and whoa, I felt her go soft. So I back way off and just kind of coasted along there, kind of taking it real easy, and hell, I've gone too far, I've passed it. Son of a gun. Well, maybe I don't remember where it was. Well, son of a gun. Definitely up this road though, no question. There was a barn that set out, but that barn was kind of rickety. Good Lord, it's 30 years ago. And I don't know if that barn would still be sitting there. Wow, that's weird. It wasn't this far up. But anyway, that was a fun class. He was a really cool teacher too. And then towards the end, he let me skip the last half of the class to go to work. And then my senior year, he ended up he just told me, you know, go to work. So I didn't even show up for class like the last half of the year of my senior year, and got full credit. But up here in the Northwest, drugs were a big thing up here at the time, and something about, they said from the kids that started the 9th grade year, only 40% of them graduated in their 12th grade year. They all dropped out, ended up in jail, dead, something. I was never into any of that crap. I mean, the worst I ever did was smoke pot a couple of times. God, that creek running through there is just gorgeous. It's pretty dark in here. I don't know if that's coming out real well, but that is beautiful. But I didn't like the weed at all. I didn't like the way it made me feel. I felt like I sucked about 2 years worth of brain cells out of my head every time I try it. All I wanted to do was sleep. It made me paranoid, and it just, I don't know, over the years going through high school, maybe a half a dozen times I tried it. You know what? The last time I tried it was Christmas Eve of 1984. So I was out of high school, and I tried it. Made me sick as a dog. My wife had to drive me home. I was living up in Silver Lake. She was just my girlfriend then. Why does that look familiar right in there? Yeah, somehow or another I have completely missed it. I could be wrong. Could be farther up there. It did seem like we drove up there a ways. And, you know, I was thinking those woods are too thick. But you gotta remember, they've had 30 years to increase their size. But the mountain was like right off of the road. It was that mountain range right there. Oh well. Even if I was sitting on top of it, I probably wouldn't recognize it anyway. Things change pretty drastic in that amount of time. But anyway, a little insight in my last couple of years of high school and things I was doing and things I didn't do. It's weird, my last kid moved out. I don't know how many months ago it's been now, but it's still hard to get used to. I mean, for the most part, I don't think about it, but it dawns on you every once in a while, especially when a holiday or something comes up. You know, you think of all the things you used to do with your kids. You know, the wife setting things up, Christmases, and all the hoorah dilly-wahs. It's funny, this year she's already putting up decorations for Halloween, so she doesn't lose the mood. Just, you don't have the kids helping you anymore. It's kind of funny. Life just has a way of going on. So, on that note of the kids, I think I'm going to put an end to a very boring, uninspiring vlog. Scenery was probably good, but the vlogger was lacking. Just kind of, like I said earlier, just for some reason I was in a mood to ride. Just not into very talkative vlogging mode for some reason. I ain't got nothing to say. It's so beautiful. It's just one of those things that, you know, you're not really in a mood to vlog, but it's so beautiful you feel like you need to. So it's kind of one of those deals. When it's beautiful like this, I should just turn the camera on and not say anything. Just let you come along for the ride. It'd probably been a more enjoyable motovlog, right? But anyway, I am going to let you go. Castle Rock's just a few turns away, and I'm just going to blast my way down some roads you guys have seen a million times and head home. The little woman's finishing up her little bathroom project. She loves these little projects she gets into, painting and whatnot. Most people think of that as a chore. She actually thinks that's very fun. Leave me alone, I want to do my thing. Okay. Have fun. But anyway, thanks for tagging along, and we will talk to you guys and gals later on. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Or day, depending on when I post this thing. I need to just make that a blank statement, shouldn't I? But anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. And thank you very much. Take care now. Bye.